and this is a bit more than a club night, and he's a bit more than an ordinary dart player.
Absolute superb game.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. We're going to go all the way. Two great players. What a game. Don't leave your seat.
They've been waiting inside the Circus Tavern for more than 5 hours. Now the waiting's almost over. They're ready, and we're ready for a true clash of the champions in tonight's Skoll World Darts Championship of 2001. You know, 60 million people play this game of darts worldwide, which makes it all the more incredible that tonight one man will bid for a 9th world title and a 7th in succession. It means that 59,999,999 look on Phil Taylor with a mixture of awe and bewilderment. How can one man be so good? But he is. He last tasted defeat at the Circus Tavern back in 1994. By coincidence, the same year that John Part won his world crown at the Lakeside. We're set for an intriguing encounter tonight. A very good evening to you, and welcome to the Circus Tavern in Purfleet for Darts Night of the Year, the World Championship Final of 2001. John Part says he's playing the best darts of his life, and he'll need to tonight against a man who's been honoured this week for his achievements in the game. Now with me this evening to enjoy the action, former world champion Eric Bristow and Sid Waddell. Looking forward to it, fellas?
Yeah, we just want it to be a good game, don't we, really? I mean, we just don't want a runaway thing. I just want John to play well. I can't see him beating Phil, but I mean, we just don't want to see a 7-0. So he's got to start off well, hasn't he? If he goes 3-0 down, it's all over. And he's just got to do a couple of 13 darters. When you've got to throw, you've got to hit the low darters, and he's got to get straight in there.
Sid, looking forward to it?
Oh, very much, sir. I was there, I commentated when Part won the Embassy. He's a great counter, nearly as good as Eric, not quite as good. He is a phenomenal scorer. He's got a great... I mean, coming back with the 161 in the last set last night, he's a fighter. But I'll cut my hair off if he gets more than 2 sets. What have I got left?
Well, one thing's for sure, no one could accuse John Part of having had it easy here. He's had the toughest possible path to tonight's final.
Oh, he's really steaming along now. Like Thomas the Tank Engine with a full boiler!
Ah, brilliant. Ah, brilliant.
I felt under the gun. I just played and played and played.
Game! Shot! And a match! John Part!
Yeah, I can't worry about what he's going to do. I just have to play my game.
His finishing has been, in the main, immaculate.
Oh, this is tremendous darts!
That's it! Part is through to the semi-final match! Young Part!
I will be the best in the future, I think.
This man Harrington just refuses to give in.
John, you require 161.
Oh, treble 17 coming in. Yes! Bull to give Rod one, hard one. Ah, yes! What a time to sing at 161, the match is
John Part is in his second world final! The 7 Australia's #1 dart player will beat the power.
Just hope that tonight's final is as good as that semi-final. Well, Phil Taylor this week has looked absolutely superhuman. No change there then. He's dropped just the one set on his way to tonight's final.
Game shot and the match. Phil Taylor.
This man could make a very big name for himself here tonight.
Very big scare. I thought I was getting out. I thought I was going back to Stoke for New Year's Eve.
It's been a nerve-wracking display, a nerve-wracking occasion for Phil Taylor.
Somewhere the bubble has to burst.
He's on a high at the moment, so I've got to really play well tonight to beat Keith.
Taxi for Della, ambulance for Della at this rate. He's a phenomenon! Sweat on his brow, fire in his belly, diamond in the tungsten. Oh, this is phenomenal.
Game, shot, and a match. Phil Taylor.
He's got a tough one tonight. He's going to have to really play well to beat me.
Oh, magic darts!
Super duper.
Brilliant stuff!
I think Dave felt the pressure. When we first walked on the stage, he was waiting for me to come up. He says, I've never felt anything like this before. And I knew then, I thought, hello.
And that's the problem, isn't it, Eric? Some players believe they're beaten before a dart's thrown almost. It's important that John Part goes in with a positive frame of mind.
That's right. I mean, but he just keeps attacking you, doesn't he? I mean, he just keeps attacking you. I mean, he's only lost one set, and the set he lost, Les Fitton had 108 average. I think that says it all there. But John's going to come out, get straight in, and he's finishing well. He's finishing like he did when he won the World Championships 6 years ago. He's double eights. He's hit them right at the bottom as well. A lot of them nearly went in double 16s, but his double eights have been fantastic. But he's got a score to leave them. And Phil's going to keep coming at him.
John says he's playing better now than when he won that world title in '94. You commentated on that. Do you think he really is playing better now?
He's got better players to play. I'm not going to take anything away from the Embassy at that stage, but he won too easily. His average was 55% shot outs in the final. I checked it up. Last night he averaged about 47. So if he's on that check out, but it goes back to his heavy scoring. He's got to come out and outscore Taylor, and I'm not sure that he can, because I think Taylor, when he decided later in the week to forget about the MBE, came out and started averaging 111. If Taylor comes out averaging 105 and Part's only averaging 95, then it could well be game over fairly quick.
Well, we hope to know the winner here sometime before 11 at the Circus Tavern. Been plenty of winners on view, in fact, all week. There's been a parade of the champions earlier this week. One of them, of course, on show, Eric Bristow. Something like 40 major titles on show between the 10 players in this parade of the champions, and just about everybody was there. Brissy and Anderson, Lowe and Della and Priestley and Taylor and Part, Burnett, Everson and Harrington. Just Jockey Wilson absent, the twice world champion at home in Kirkcuddy. And a winner here this evening as well. This is the Sun Skull Challenge to win a week in New York, followed by a weekend at the Golden Harvest in Saskatoon in Canada. And out of the thousands who entered, Dave Wright from Sea Houses in Northumberland survived the nerves and came through to win this evening. Congratulations to him.
Obviously very, very nervous.
Now, John Part was a 33-to-1 shot at the start of the week. We can see that he's still a pretty big outsider. Looking at the odds for tonight's match, there he is. A 5-to-1 shot with Taylor, 9-to-1 on. Well, 9-to-1 on is pretty unappealing. Eric, would you be interested in John Part at 5-to-1?
No. But I hope it's a good game. He can play and he can beat Phil, but he's got to be on the top of his game, and Phil's got to be a little bit off. It's you want to see it start off a bit tight here, and let's have a cracking game. As you say, he's got it at the 140s. His checking out is lovely, but he's got to score to get there.
Plenty of other bets on offer this evening. Number of 180s, highest checkout, 3 dart averages. If you think Phil Taylor's going to have a poor night, less than a 101.3 dart average, that's the price, 11 to 5. You think he's going to average more than 105, 6 to 4. Just 6 to 4 about an average like that, Eric.
That's a good bet. Less than 101, 11 to 5. Because he's only got to miss a few darts at a double, and that's when your average goes out the window. So, yeah, and there was another bet there early on about what doubles they was going out on, wasn't there?
Well, we'll see that next. The doubles that they will go out on. You can see the double to win most legs. Double 16, if you think that'll be the most popular winning double, 7 to 4. But you don't think that's the value, Eric?
No, because you leave tops mostly. The only time really you leave 32 is when you hit the treble the dart before. So like the 54s and the 55s, everybody's going to be leaving tops. So that's a cracking bet, 5-2.
Let's just get a quick prediction from you two guys now. City, are you going to oppose the power?
I'll shave my head if Park gets more than 2 sets.
You know what happened to Rodney Marsh, did you?
Oh, yeah, but he's Rodney's a plonker.
It won't take him long to shave.
That's right, 30-second job. I might 7-2, 7-3 to Taylor.
Eric, prediction of the score?
7-1. But I hope not.
7-1.
If I was betting on it, I'd say 7-1. But I hope not.
Well, you know, Phil Taylor is human, and he can be beaten. Let's just offer John Part a bit of encouragement by showing you the last time that he did go down. This is the World Match Play semi-finals in Blackpool in 1999. And the man who beat him on that occasion was Peter Manley. Since then, Phil has appeared in 23 televised matches, including the Clash of the Champions against Ray Barneveld, and has won the lot. Doesn't happen often, but that's the way to do it if you intend to beat Phil Taylor. Let's go and get the views of a couple of men who've taken part in this World Championship and, well, certainly have known what it's like to play against the power at his peak. Rod Harrington and Peter Manley are with John Gwynn.
One dart that Phil Taylor prefers not to remember, but 18 months and 5 tournaments ago. Peter, you were the man who threw it. What's the secret?
Well, John will be practising there, and he'll be out there on his own, and there won't be anyone in that room giving him a hope in hell of beating Phil Taylor. I felt exactly the same. You've got to have a little bit of self-confidence, and hopefully he can go out there. He has got the self-confidence, but then so did Dave Askew at the beginning of the week, and he tumbled. You just got to believe you can beat him. He's a normal guy when you're in front, or went in front and proved he was normal.
Well, one man who would have loved to have been up there tonight trying to beat him, he had a magnificent semi-final last night with John Part. Has John Part, and you know him better than anybody right now, has he got what it takes, Rod?
No, not to beat Phil. Any other player, yes. I mean, he proved that last night against me. His shots out were really exceptional. If he can get the first couple of sets, get some big shots out and try and upset Phil, it's like Peter said, if you get in front of Phil, make him start thinking about the game, then perhaps he's got an outside chance, but of winning, I can't see it.
I'm going to put you on the spot, lads. The score, Rod?
7 sets to 2.
Peter?
A very close 7-0.
Jeff, I think Taylor will score 7. I'll leave you to get the rest.
Well, look, John Part is a big underdog, isn't he? But stranger things have happened in this world of sport. Let's hear from both of tonight's contestants in the Skoll World Darts Championship of 2001.
I loved it. To win 6-0, it's great. To get on and get off as quick as you can and win, that's the best thing. But I did feel sorry for Dave, I'll be honest with you, because he played so well all week.
You know, he hasn't had any real pressure of if I miss, I lose sort of thing. And hopefully I can get him in that sort of spot, end of a set somewhere, get some sets early, and, you know, get that sort of pressure onto him. And hopefully it'll, you know, if it's a new experience for him this week, then I think that might give me a chance.
I don't feel the pressure no more, not winning the final. Early rounds you do, but not winning the final. You've done the hard work, you can enjoy it now. You're on a good payday. Everything's right. Everything's perfect now. So this is where you've got to kick now. You know, the winning line's ahead. This is where you have to go for the juggler and win.
Being in the final, that's what we all look forward to, World Championship final. That's it. There's no other place or time of the year where you want to be, right? So that's, yeah, it's going to be great. But at the same time, I'm going to have to work very hard to be able to beat Phil. I have to play my best, work very hard, keep my concentration on at all times. I can't show any slack against Phil. He pounces on that. He'll eat me up if I lose my concentration for any given period of time.
I think John's on a high at the moment. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I've played John a couple of times before, but I've never played him on a stage. He's never played him on TV before. He's going to be frightened of me, that's for sure. He's going to be playing me and not playing the board, I think. So I've got to capitalise on that. I've got to hit him hard very, very quick and get on top of him. That's what you have to do.
You do get the feeling, don't you, that the early action is going to be absolutely critical. They've both been there and done it before. Who's going to do it here at the Circus Tavern this evening? Will it be Phil Taylor or John Part? This patient crowd are ready to raise the roof of the Circus Tavern tonight. Let's join our MC and meet the players. Here's Phil Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Circus Tavern for the grand final of the Skull World Darts Championships. Introducing from Ontario, Canada, former world professional champion, world rank number 7, John Parr! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the arena 8 times world darts champion, the one and only, the Power, Phil Taylor!
bidding for a 9th world title. Everyone believes he's unbeatable, but is he? At 40, could the power of the power just be waning a little? It's hard to think of a more atmospheric venue in British sport than the Circus Tavern, and I tell you, if John Part gets off to a flying start this evening against the greatest, well, this place will really have a spine-tingling feel to it. We're almost ready for the action to get underway then in the World Championship final of 2001. Describing the early stages, John Gwynn and Dave Labby.
In championship terms, we have seen Phil Taylor's hat-trick. We saw his high five. We saw his 7-up. But now, what is to happen after 8 as he bids for his 9th title? And this is a wonderful moment because Phil Taylor appears to have forgotten his darts. Even his magic can't win without his arrows.
I like it, I like it. All the hype, even the power. Aiming for his 9th World Championship, has forgot the missiles. The last time I saw that, it was a chap called Stuart Holden, Yorkshire County player, and it was in a winners' matches final in Sheffield way back in '84. He was playing Eddie Christo. He too had forgotten his darts when he went on stage. Well, this is a nice little PR job from Phil the Power Taylor, giving away Phil the Power t-shirts. But I dare say his arrows will be on their way soon, and that's a nice touch. Even one for John Part. Well, they'll be throwing the darts shortly, but I've got to say, John Part, Dave, has looked extremely relaxed, waiting for this big moment.
Is it to be the Canadian's night of destiny, or will he, like all the other opponents for Phil Taylor here this week, be just a bit part player? And that's his record. You can see right when he beat Colin Lloyd, 3-zip. Dennis Smith ran him close, 3-2. Alan Warner disappointing rather, 4-1. He was beaten in the quarter-final. And that semi-final classic, John Gwynn, you called it last night, Rod Harrington fighting with all his muscle and grit, but just bowing out by the odds set in 11.
Yes, and one of the things we have to bear in mind as we think of the championship statistics is that Phil Taylor, although he's struck 78, 49 and 29 180s, as against 133, 63 and just 18 180s from Part, far more tons and 140s there, and a brilliant average by both men, by the way. One has to remember, Taylor has played 59 legs this week, John Part has played 78. His games have been harder to win, that's as you expect.
And they'll both be keeping an eye and aiming for that prize, £100,000 for the Stan James sponsored perfect 9-dart finish, seen only twice before on television. Phil Taylor said in his semi, John, he was in the mood. Wouldn't it just be the biggest cherry in the world if he should do it tonight?
And John Part, in his interview after his victory last night, said, I'm going to go for it. Well, of course he is. Every leg that every player plays, he's going for the 9-dart finish, whether there's a cup of tea for it or whether there's 100 grand. The fact is, though, we have 2 players here who are capable of doing it. One of them in particular.
2001 Skull World Championship Final. First set, first leg. John Part to Lopez.
So Part it is to start. It's the best of 13 sets. 5 legs to a set. 501, finishing on the double. Sit down. Find somebody solid to hold on to. You're in for a darting feast.
Not quite got it right yet, Taylor, Dave.
John Part then with a truly awesome task ahead to contain the power of Phil Taylor. And the word around the darts world, John, is that only one person on earth will Phil Taylor bow to, and that is Her Majesty the Queen.
55.
That will be in a few days' time, I understand. Well, he's a little premature with that statement. Not the MBE one, the 9 times world champ. And Part, we have to remember, is aiming for his 2nd. Been there before,
100.
done it, worn the t-shirt, even though effectively he's thrown it into the crowd.
Well, Part's in line for the first leg of the first set. He could finish on 161. And that really would set the scene, set it up beautifully.
John, you require 161.
Well, he's already done this once. He's sharing the top checkout prize with Dave Askew of 161.
87.
Absolutely packed to the rafters here at the circus. We've had outstanding audiences.
140.
Standing room only. They've been queuing for hours. It's just electric. 20 for double top. Part for first blood, double top.
54.
Well, unlucky, and you're under added pressure when you're playing Taylor. That was the problem for Dave Askew yesterday in the semi-final. He had chances in that first set, but missed doubles. Tops here now for Taylor for an early lead. Against the throw, no problem.
We wonder if that is to be the pattern of the match. Here's the winning double from Phil Taylor. Right in the middle again, that's ominous for Park. John Park had a dart and a double. Phil Taylor gives nothing.
15 errors. That first leg.
81.
Taylor is 40 now. 22 gram unicorn darts are his weapons, though he forgot them initially. John Park here is 34 from Ontario. 25 gram BMW darts he showed.
That would have been a brilliant story if the darts hadn't come in 3 minutes. John Park could have claimed the game. At least that's how they play it in the local league round here. The Perth Legion District 501 league, he'd have been disqualified.
And there would have been a steward's inquiry. Well, we've heard about boxers getting in the ring without their shorts, but that was something equivalent from Phil Taylor.
100.
Taylor trails by 19, but not for long. Could be the first of the final.
120.
Would have been. Let's watch it again. It was going in. Yep. Just edged the wire.
Well, the way Taylor's been striking those 180s, one's rather surprised that didn't go the other side of the treble 20 bed. Even he can be a little out on occasions.
29 maximums this week, Phil Taylor.
Yes, and I'm told by Pat Williams, our chief scorer, or
97.
registrar, I suppose, is that we've had 200 180s prior to this final, so we're looking for 201 yet. That is during the course of the week.
60.
103 for Taylor and 2 love. Treble 17 should be his next target. And now double 16 for a 103 kill.
71.
Well, we often say with Phil Taylor that players find themselves having to take out this kind of check-out, and John Part has 2 treble 20s to strike. Not quite. 76 left, another one will leave 16.
140.
That's handy, but will he get a throw it in, Dave?
32.
Taylor. Deadly.
Absolutely
lethal.
Phil Taylor. Third leg, John to throw first.
Right between the eyes and right between the wire. Phil Taylor 2 up. Excellent cover shooting from the Canadian.
The one thing I felt, and you were commentating on the game, Dave, yesterday, in the Taylor-Askew game, was that even though it was one-sided, i.e. a 6-0 victory, I never felt, watching it, that Askew was ruffled in that sense. His body language suggested that he remained calm, remained cool, perhaps resigned, maybe, but I think Park will be the same. I think he will try and go up and play his best darts and hope that he gets the odd break.
Taylor looking for maximum. There it is. His 30th of the week. Here's how he did it.
Yeah, like that as well, didn't he? 3 against Nigel Justice, 5 against Les Fitton, 7 against Keith Deller, 14 against Dave Askew.
140.
1 so far against John Part, who actually has a chance in this leg, throwing first, but, well, did have the advantage. Still, I suppose, has it if he can somehow find a way of seeing this 1-2-7 off.
Could be a 12-dart finish if he manages it. It's a possibility.
Dart. He's backing each way now. Treble 17, double 8. Double 8. 17 would have left the bull anyway. Oh, brilliant. Great stuff, John Park.
John Park.
Yeah, almost reckoned that Taylor would have taken out 81.
Game on.
More like it.
Devastating opening from Phil Taylor. 12 darts the last time from Park. 3 more in the treble. If he can manage another 3 trebles with the next 3 darts,
59.
then we really do have a mouth-watering tactic prospect. Lee, the girlfriend of John Park, watching.
With the other Canadian, of course, Gail King, who made the news earlier in the tournament. First lady to appear in the professional final.
So quite an opening set. 2 maximums of 127 checkout. It's a world final. Doesn't get better than this. Just the wrong side of the wire into treble 5. Going to come out now. Treble 19. Just
54.
a tad too high. Park needs 140 at least. Both averaging 104 at the moment. It's an early
60.
sample.
Yes, you only need 1 bad leg on the doubles, and that comes hurtling down, especially so soon in the game.
Should come out now. Treble 19.
177.
Terrific.
32 left. Taylor on a 13-darter. His average at the moment, Dave, 109.
180.
Well, once again, Marsh is reminded of his out back now. Double 8.
Game shot the first set.
Well, Taylor 3-1 the advantage. His doubling was really impressive. John Park didn't play at all badly, but he goes into the break 1 down.
Seems you created your own illusion, fueled by an image of me. Well, I couldn't stay at your side, wouldn't be right.
Well, if this were England versus Canada international match, then we know where the Man of the Match award would already be going. But Part is certainly playing his part. 1 dart at double top first leg. If he'd hit that, he'd have gone into the deciding leg with the throw, but he's a set down, and there you have it, a 12 from Part, but 14, 15 and 16 darts from Phil Taylor.
And Taylor has the darts in this second set, and we have to conjecture, John, that in fact he's liable to up that average and up those finished legs. He's perfectly capable of doing 11s and 12s and 13s.
Well, Taylor obviously had thrown well in the leg he lost, because that's why his average is as high as 106.8. In fact, he had 81 left, didn't he, after 9 darts when Part did the 12 darts.
93.
I mean, that ups his average no end. 3 140s, an average of 140 in that leg.
58.
John Park really does have the ideal temperament for this game. He's absolutely calm. Nothing seems to faze him at all. Even this kind of scoring from Phil Taylor.
140.
Now both of them are showing their skill
96.
at cover shooting.
Interesting that Taylor went for the 180 rather than go across to 18s to leave 170, but 180 is no good now. John Part would be delighted if he first his score.
Taylor at a double. Part languishing on 306. For Taylor,
failure required.
it's normally like snake bite on these.
Add another leg. Taylor one up already in the second set.
Second leg, John to Roper.
57% his checkout success. I mean, this is an encouraging start from Part.
140.
Resourceful. The perfect stacking dart from Philip Taylor.
140.
And those are the kind of scores that John Part must avoid. He's really got to be thinking of doing 80s, 90s, 100s. Taylor drifted, and not his usual immaculate
45.
self.
I think she's her usual immaculate self, Dave.
Well,
she's enjoying the night.
We've had some wonderfully attractive audiences and some Sabre Essex girls in this week. But still ahead. But Taylor, he too is having just a little bit of a sticky patch.
95.
Yes, only one treble 20. Disgusting, Phil. Amazing grip. Rod Harrington was saying earlier, you know, he's got an amazing grip, John Part. He hardly holds the dart. It's between the thumb and the flesh of the base of the first finger. Incredible.
John, you require 143.
Well, John Part has checked on 127. 143 is a possibility, but not now.
Mind you, it's a grip that's profited him over the years. So Taylor, the one having to take out a three-dart, three-figure score. Bullseye wanted to shake the rafters. No problem.
Second leg. Taylor.
Once again, we can but sit back and applaud. That was
Came on.
a superb finish. 121 on the bull, 2 up just when John Part looked to be in a position to win the leg.
I think John Part's philosophy is to step up as though he's aiming for the 9-darter every time. That's all he can do, really. And of course, if he almost makes it, he'll
59.
get himself into the game in a fashion.
Well, Eric Bristow spelled it out right at the top of the show, John, that he's got to be doing 12 and 13 darts, and he's got to be doing it at this stage of the match.
What we say, to test Taylor, you've got to be averaging in the mid-90s and beyond. We've seen that proven over the years. Dennis Priestley, Rod Harrington, Alan Warriner, in different competitions have proved that you've got to test it by scoring highly.
100.
And that's what Party's doing, scoring at 96. But Taylor, so soon in the competition, 10 points ahead on song.
96.
And when Phil Taylor is on song, it is indeed a rhapsody.
You see, if Taylor does have an off day, he is still averaging around 90 to 95. So there's no guarantee that you're going to beat it by averaging 96. But you are putting yourself in with a chance. Sadly for John Part, Taylor's not having an off day today.
13 should be his third dart.
133.
Again, squaring it off perfectly for the finish. Double 16, Part resting on 202.
You could tie one hand behind his back to handicap
60.
him, Dave, but it would have to be his right hand.
Failure required 32.
Double 16.
Game shot in the second set.
Although I sometimes wonder whether the power could turn it round and throw left-handed and still do the same. He's already 2 sets up. He's lost only 1 leg. John Part has it all to do now.
The power is functioning at full blast. He has lost but 1 leg at the start now.
Third set, first leg, John
set.
to
Phil Taylor once again seems to have the globe in his grasp, and this one, John Gwynn, this man, John Part, simply has got to win.
Yes, I think so. If it goes 2-1, he still has an outside chance of getting something back. 3-0, impossible. Cannot see anybody in World Darts anywhere coming back from 3 sets to 0 down against
96.
But John Part knows he has the darts here. He also, in the back of his mind, will be aware of the fact that 1 missed dart at a double cost him vitally in that first set, in the very first leg. So he'll keep plugging away in the hope that somehow something can come and fall into his lap.
Taylor not happy with 80.
137.
Once again, upstairs, downstairs. He's a classic. There is John Part's release. Very level, flat trajectory. Once again, Taylor beating the life out of the treble Z.
140.
And his facial response really tells you that he's actually disappointed at not getting the maximum.
$130. Then you require 128.
It's done 121.
74 left. He was going for another treble for double 10. That leaves 56. He's saying it to himself, and that leaves tops.
Which means that John Part knows he cannot afford to miss his 71. Treble 13 should be his first target.
Oh, he's got to go treble 17 now. 17 leaves the ball. Got to get the ball here for the leg. He's handicapped himself there, and single 13 would have given him 18 tops. He knows that was a very, very wayward dart.
40.
Yes, that's what happens when you give one chance. Phil Taylor.
Well, it happened in the opening leg of the game. It's happened in the opening leg of this third set. John Part knows that there are 2 legs where he should have had the advantage. Well, he had the advantage but didn't take it.
100.
Taylor winning that first leg against the throw, breaking the throw.
Most players find they struggle to hold their throw against Phil Taylor, but they struggle all the more to win it back. Right. In fact, Taylor hadn't forgotten his darts. I've just received a telegram to the effect that he was looking for the t-shirts to throw to the crowd. Well, well, well. It was a nice moment, though.
And always the showman.
It's nice still to pretend that he did anyway, because it means the man is human.
134.
Despite that kind of show.
And one man who will be wishing that he had left his darts behind would be John Part, who's not playing at all badly. He's averaging 96, 33% checkouts, and he's only won 1 leg.
99.
Well, it's John Part's best performance of the week. His average against Colin Lloyd was 89.7.
Just to interrupt,
90.9.
167 the shot here. Could be the highest of the week for the bullseye. Yes! There we go, 167, and that was truly a party piece right out of the top drawer.
John
and he's just taken £500 out of John Part's pocket. He's a pickpocket as well, because Part and Askew were joint leaders in the race on a 161. Taylor 167.
96.
And there's only one thing left for him now, John Gwynn. That's the 100 grand for the perfect 9-dart finish, and that would just be unreal.
Yes, you're right.
140.
One leg for the set, 3 sets to 0.
60.
The task is getting as awesome and towering as the Rockies for John Part.
100.
Taylor is simply merciless.
Giving Part a sneak of a chance. Needs a 140 though, even to have slight advantage. Good cover.
96.
No, I was saying, Dave, it's actually John Part's highest average of the week. Just short of 90 against Colin Lloyd, 91 against Dennis Smith, 93 against Alan Warriner, 91 last night against Rod Harrington. He's actually upped his performance, although in fairness he hasn't had as many darts at doubles as he did on those occasions. But against Taylor.
And Taylor wants 121 for another 12-dart checkout.
60.
He's done it once
Fairly
in the second leg of the
require
second set. He's just done 167. 121 now for Phil Taylor. Oh, still
He
a
can still do
possibility.
it, Dave.
Still a
104.
possibility.
Bullseye here now for Taylor again. Is he going to repeat the dose as he's looked at Part's
89.
score? He's actually looked at Part's score and said, I won't bother. But I actually think he should have done. I think he'd have got it.
Well, could
99.
still be a 13-dart finish
Fairly
for Taylor.
required 32.
Double 16.
Identical to when he played Alan Warriner at Blackpool. He was averaging round about 111 after 15 legs. He's now averaging 111 and he's starting the 4th set. Dave, Sid's coming into my seat. You carry on, my mate.
So again, it is Phil Taylor with the darts and coming down very quickly. And Sid is with me, and Sid, you've been watching an objective view of these opening sets. It's all gone Taylor's way.
Well, it's as I thought. I'll shave my hair off if Part gets 2 or more sets. It's a phenomenal exhibition of power play, man, averaging 109 up to 110.
109.
I know Part's a great player. I thought he might get around 95 upwards, but this guy's just fulfilling a dart in destiny.
100.
It's still a pretty effective leg from Part. He's down at 81. He could do an 11-dart finish here, and that's the kind of finish he will need to do if he is to contain Phil Taylor.
Absolutely. But it's no disgrace to be blitzed by a guy averaging 110, which even surprises me.
And now the bullseye for Part and a leg.
56.
Move the wire. And every time that Taylor has given Part a shot at a double and he's missed, he has punished him cruelly. Treble 18 would leave double 16. Double 13 stayed where he was.
On the way out, playing with a bounce and a brio. It's Taylor. Say, Night of Destiny, probably.
No.
Most certainly. 2 hits for Part. On the wire. Big or low target, or the middle or the barrel.
17 scores.
Just pulled it inside.
That's 3 darts and a double. And you simply cannot afford that kind of luxury against Phil Taylor. Double 13.
Come along.
All the same to him down running. Stick the nucleus of a fly's eye up there, he hit it.
Game on.
Lovely composure, look at the way the back's arched.
125.
Composure, inspiration. I don't think even a miracle. If he sat in Nazareth for 10 years, he couldn't be told. I think now it would come that good.
60.
John Park came out very early
96.
for the cover shot, but it did pay off. Taylor looking cool, looking mean, looking ruthless.
Middle of the bed. Sloppy dive by Istan at 16th of an inch out.
99.
There's Yvonne ready to polish yet more silverware. Nice cover.
96.
Taylor. It's only been beaten once in 37 matches here in this Skull World Championship at the Circus Tavern.
99.
And where else would a pair of scholars like me and you be, Dave? Then witness in history. It looks like Taylor's on for the 9th championship. It's like snatching us in part style.
81.
He's averaging 107 as Taylor and 70% shot outs.
140. John, you require 103.
Well, they both want 103. Treble 20 would leave double 12. John Park. Well,
55.
Taylor has already done, what, 2 ton-plus finishes, including a 167, the best we've seen of the week.
Blocks the bed, treble 17's handy, Dave.
62.
Well, John Park again with a chance to take a leg here in the 4th set. And now double 16.
Goes 2 feet along the hockey. Double 16 is the poke.
Next door, double 8.
32 score. Failure required
3 down to the double for the first leg, John Park. He's had 3 now here. Once again.
216s he wants.
Lethal.
And showing the second leg.
Give Phil Taylor nothing. Here is the shot, Taylor.
Game on.
This was Park. Double dog was bounced out.
Perfect starter. He get 11 more to the right. He can now get 6 more to the right. Decides to cover.
139.
Yes, we should remind our viewers that in fact a 177 would still set up a 9-dart finish. It's still possible to get the minimum, the perfect.
In the narrow end.
140.
It saves taking with the 9-darter as compensation. But if you're thinking about compensation before you start the job, shows how hard the job is. Still a stack out for chance up there.
60.
Here they are, the cognoscenti on a night of history.
Yes, you could say in this part of London, the Cockney shed.
100.
Good.
And yes, some some very, very nice visitors, as it has been all week. Who said this game is all about
54.
spit and sawdust? It's like a Miss Great Britain tournament out there some nights.
Give or take the odd white stiletto and purple hair.
121.
In the slot again, Taylor. It's his pulverizational.
140. John, you require 140.
Lost the line, second dart.
95. Failure required 108
for Phil Taylor. Oh, that is a surprise. Careless start. 14 might be a shot, or maybe 6. Looks like 6.
68.
Again, Park has a chance. He's had 5 darts at double in this set and hasn't won a leg yet. Double 16.
16s. Oh, he has the awkward one. If he hits the barrel, it goes. Oh, he tried the narrow end.
27 score.
Like he so often does. Call the Royal Canadian Mounted Police with howitzers. Taylor on the rump punch against the Canadian tops.
Sheer murder. Absolute murder. Taylor at his most terrifying. And John Part is serving on one leg as Taylor rolls on relentlessly.
Philip Howard Taylor heading for destiny here at the Circus Tavern in Essex. He's 4 sets on the way to the 7 sets, need to be world champion for the 9th time. Look at the average, 105 to opponents, very healthy 94, and Dave Lanning, 75% of hits. That's phenomenal.
Yes, and it's virtually unbeatable. You have to say, there are the finishes. Taylor relentlessly, remorselessly consistent.
Game on!
2 12s, 3 13s, 2 14s. And I have to be honest, I thought Part would be busting the gut to get 2 sets in this. Harry Christie thought only 7-1. And Harrington up in the balcony, I think, said it could be 7-1. So,
100.
And John Part's Lady Lee looking sombre as well. She might, because John is really getting a fearsome mauling here against Phil. He hasn't been disgraced. This is Yvonne Taylor looking far more composed. There goes Taylor's dart, absolutely floating home.
well, she polishes tungsten all year. At this time of year, she polishes silver. That's what women are for. In the slots, heading for his destiny. Look at this, the greatest dart player ever.
171.
Spread it off. His mind is digital. His counting is absolutely immaculate. And they once again, Sid, he's in this kind of mood when he seemingly can achieve anything.
84.
Every shot he's going for.
And you've got to say,
you require 50.
He says he needs pressure. I think he makes his own pressure. Oh, I was waiting for him to go there. He's on fire.
Second leg.
Just when we were saying, it seems he can do anything. Normally speaking, on 50 with 3 darts, he would have gone 18 double 16. Phil Taylor, the ball must seem as big as a football.
Well, we're going to knock another Sky channels, but I wouldn't watch 1 or 3. I wouldn't watch BBC or ITV. You're seeing darts history in the making here. Darts history. He's going for his 9th title. Like a leopard up Kilimanjaro.
140.
Yes, we have to say this, Sid. We really are privileged because we're living in a golden age of a truly great player in his prime, and that's something extra special.
60.
Greater than Henry or Davis's achievement in snooker. Greater than any individual sportsman you name to me. He's headed for his 9th World Championship.
134.
And Park has by no means played badly. He's missed a few doubles, it has to be said.
95 average, that's good anywhere.
139.
Wide-eyed dolly ladies just gawping in disbelief at the standard.
Another 167. He's just done that in the second leg of the third set. It's the highest check-out we've seen. Can he possibly do it again? No, not this time.
$97.
And now John Part must do a big check, and he's had a 1-2-7 check-out earlier in the first set. Still a possibility. Treble 19.
Well, a couple of options here. Tried treble 18, he now wants 20 for double 16. Now went the other way once. Tops!
Edge on the second leg. Phil Taylor.
Just
third leg.
astonishing.
John to Rofers. Game on.
He scored 14 180s against Dave Askew. He is one of the greatest British sportsmen of all time.
100.
A world true sportsman. The Palace on daft. No mugs ever go to the Palace for big gongs. Taylor showing you why. Everybody from royally to peasants knows he's a top sportsman.
139.
The 94 Embassy World Champion being blitzed here by the phenomenon Phil Power Taylor. Home pub, the Saga Makers bottom knocker.
I knew you'd get it in, Sid.
That's darts though. Plays for a pub with a daft name. 9 times world champion coming up. Face that would have graced an Etruscan sixpence. Watches. A face that would have graced a Louis d'Or. Dealers.
See how Phil Taylor retrieved the situation there with the third darts. Well, mouldy locks is in evidence.
And some mouldy old adjectives and verbs coming from a certain corner too. Still, we do our best to try and put this into perspective.
58.
But it's like when the caveman heard the first meteorite outside and says, "What's that?" He is a phenomenon of world sport, this man, you see it.
83.
Have a nose to let her in.
Well, it looks like he's got a spider in Chelsea colours on his head.
A lovely set here by Part. Oh, yes.
159.
Well, now 82.
We require 82.
And, fine little friendly gesture there. 82. Bullseye would leave double 16. 17 would leave 40. Double top.
This for yet another set. Oh.
And shot on the fifth set.
I do not know what to say. I saw me first child. I want to be first communion. I'm at the 9th Taylor World Championship. Unbelievable.
Why do you smile like that when you...
An unbelievable 5-zip set scoreline here. Me, John Gwynn and Dave Lannon absolutely bamboozled by the excellence of the man.
First leg,
Taylor achieving
throw.
a destiny.
Game on.
5-0 up, Part set. I'll be going out to get 100,000 quid at best, because I don't think I could beat him, John.
Yes, and the fact is, Sid, Part's one leg that he won, it was the third leg of the match, was a 12-darter, and although he cannot win the game from here, the 9-darter he can still do.
Absolutely.
So he's really got to keep going. Although, of course, in the end,
100.
it's time is running out, we have to say.
Look at that. 106 average.
99.
And there's really no real pressure from the opponent, only 95. So I think he's doing this by self-willing himself to destiny. Phil Taylor.
An average of 106.75 after 16 legs of darts, Taylor. And his least a 10-darter. The beginning of the 5th set.
Which patch of the game, John, you were in on the early doors, would you say was the most impressive at Taylor? I would say 5 or 10 minutes from your stats.
Back end of the first set, he hit a 180, a 177, a 180. Actually, at that stage, Part actually went out with a 12-darter with a 127 finish. And then Taylor, the second leg of the second set, and with Part waiting on 32, went out on the 121 with the bull. And, of course, after that, he hit a 167, which effectively robbed Part and Dave Askew a 500 quid apiece. I mean, it's adding insult to injury.
That's right, yeah.
Of a pickpocket of Faganic proportions.
That's right, they used to say about the famous pork sausages makers in Wiltshire. They use everything but the squeak. He uses the squeak.
120.
Can he do it? Yes, he can! Yes, he can! 120 check out.
John Part.
And John Part has won a second leg.
And you think Canada had won the Olympic hockey title?
Second leg.
That's for a man making a blip the volcano. The 94 Embassy World Champion in action in this final.
100.
The dimension. We are watching the greatest dart player ever to draw breath, approaching his 9th world title, Phil the Power Taylor. Ford Vale fan. And he was saying his mate Robbie Williams is after a Sunderland shirt now. He says, tell him I'll give him my shirt if I win. Come back to the Vale, Robbie.
Well, I think Brian Horton could do with somebody who can score like Taylor. And if you watch him, Brian, I say it partly with tongue-in-cheek, but he is phenomenal, isn't he?
Thing is, he's using the top of the bed more now. They all ought to look out. If he can come down the bed as well as up the board, nobody's going to beat him for 10 years.
Mind you, that is unusual. Taylor has lost a leg against the throw. Excellent stuff by Part. He will more or less be saying to himself, Sid, if only I can get a set and go out of the game with some degree of self-respect, win a set and he can't win the match. Impossible. There'd be a steward's inquiry if he were to win.
By now, a couple of stewards would fix it. Nice adjustment by Part. Second dart.
100. Phil, you require 121.
104 will leave the bull. Doesn't have to go for it. 86. Treble 18 leaves double 16.
Yeah.
89.
You'll be getting the darts back straight away, and that's invariably what happens, of course.
Well, Eric Bristow taught him how to be a bully. The key thing in darts, to never give a chucker an even chance, John. So the mental games, that's what MBE,
65.
mental brilliance experts.
You know, he doesn't change Eric Bristow. I thought his comment the other day, Sid, when he was asked, fancy Phil Taylor, he now even wins the ball and then lets them throw first. And he said, I used to just throw away from the ball anyway and let them win it.
Yep.
always has the last say still.
Either way, great psychology,
99.
brilliant darts. What a climax to a week that's proved to anybody.
I feel, and I've said it before, that Taylor around 1983, 1984, playing as he is now, would have brought an extra 10% out of Bristow. I really do. I think some people just need a little bit more bringing out, and I think a great player like that has the potential.
140.
It would have been wonderful to see. But then we're talking about Joe Louis against Muhammad Ali, aren't we? We're comparing George Best with the greatest of today.
Correct.
Never easy.
100.
Old but not sad romantics of sport, as Taylor goes about his business on that 60.
98.
But the other day I used the term, Sid, Bradman-esque, and I do that because because he is so far clear of the rest in terms of his career average and his test average, that he is as far clear of the rest in this field as Taylor is apparently so in this.
And again, the practice is there. One of his friends telling me he's now practicing finishes from 100 upwards.
132.
So do 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3 with 9 dots. That was 24 hours ago.
55. Phil, you require 32.
2/16's coming in.
Game shot in the third leg. Phil Taylor.
Here they are, the Cognoscenti.
Fourth leg.
In the Circus Tavern. On the light of Johnny Destiny. Phil Taylor.
Well, it might be the last leg of the match. John Part has won 2 legs, and I could be facetious and say at least he can walk off the stage.
58.
But in fairness, it's pretty difficult. Yes, of course, Sid, you're right. We're only in the 6th.
99.
Yeah, you're right. It's best of 13.
I can't see a great title change happening, Mike.
No. Yeah, I think this is the second year we've had 13 sets in the final. Taylor won 73 last year, didn't he? But in the past it's always been 11.
There's the one with the whole open bed. Like the skies of Kansas reaching to the Canadian border. He could have got another 6 in. They had a wizard in Oz.
121.
Here's the wizard from the Potteries.
So 5-0 to Taylor, and
100.
He whitewashed Dave Askew 6-0. He whitewashed Keith Deller 4-0. He came from 1 set down to beat Les Fitton 3-1. So 3-7-13.
At 1 here, John.
19th set on the trot.
2/16.
50.
Now then, can Park take out 122?
John, you require 122.
We've seen it twice this week. Queen 18s, treble 18 for Bull. He's actually disappointed because that's so far away from the treble.
Yeah. Taylor then.
54. Phil, you require 32.
He got 1 set away from his 9th World Championship, won 2/16.
Game shot in the 6th set. Phil
And he
Taylor.
hasn't broken sweat. I say that with no disrespect to former world champion John Part. Taylor's
7
not
sets.
broken sweat.
First leg, John to throw.
The thing is, Taylor's checkout percentage is 72%. That means he's never going to miss a darter to double in any of his 3 darts at it. It means that even where there may be vulnerability and weakness in Taylor's game, it certainly isn't there tonight. He could score all day, but if he doesn't finish, it gives the other player a sneak of a chance. Tonight, he's not even doing that.
Thinking about 9 darter now.
190.
Wouldn't it be amazing now at the culmination of a wonderful week of darts in the very last set, possibly of the week, Taylor on 3-2-1 will have in mind another maximum.
That's right, he certainly has for 100,000 quid on the third time ever on television history. In and out the 6 darts.
Would have gone in, Sid. Would have gone in. Yes, would have done. Sometimes they ricochet in, and sometimes.
So not is he only content with heading for his 9th World Championship and getting the MBE. He's thinking about the honour and then the money of the 9 darts. What a man! What a man!
97.
Mum in the middle, totally unconcerned.
I've just been looking at the history. When Part won the Embassy in the final, he had a 55% checkout, which was, I think,
it was pretty. That's pretty.
Then a record for final. Taylor 72 was actually just blitzed that.
Yeah, when you're going more than 7 darts out of 10 at the double going in, it's something very, very special.
52. John, you require 154.
Treble 20, we'll leave 94.
Phil, you require 32.
I've got to say, Pod said this would happen last night. The flush of victory in the semi-final of Warrington. He said, I'm only there to try and get the 9 darts.
Second leg, Phil to throw first.
Right, what he's got is now 2 goes left at the 9 darter before he collects 33,000 quid and the World Trophy. In the slot again. Staying in the zone again. This is phenomenal.
Oh, missed off again.
135.
That glided off the dart into the treble 5 quite discernibly. Very unlucky with that one.
60.
You could have probably won a world championship about 12 years ago with Part's average of 93. But look
100.
at this. The weakest link. Oh, it's an insult to the lad. He told us last night he couldn't win.
140.
Well, when Phil Taylor's on stage, it's very hard to be the weakest or weaker link.
Here we go then.
60.
This to put him one leg away from a historic achievement.
But I think we can say this of John Part: when he walks off the stage, it will not be the walk of shame, Sid.
Oh, no,
I think he's done miraculously well this week to get to the final.
After his epic struggle against Harrington, you could have excused him for getting an 86 or so average here. As it is, he's on 93.
Certainly wouldn't be the first man to be blitzed. 88 left. 68 when he goes.
Yeah. Well, John Part, a spear carrier here to history. Nothing can stop Taylor now.
60. Phil, you require 68.
We thought Phil Taylor had stepped onto the stage without his arrows. It turned out he had them in his pocket. And he's had John Part in his pocket with them ever since.
Phil Taylor. Third leg, John to throw first. Game on, please.
And he's actually coming up to another historical point. If he gets his first double in this leg, Taylor,
60.
He will have a 75% checkout average, which is unattainable, I think, by anybody else in the world.
This is the 22nd, is it? We've had 5 threes of 15 and 2 sixes of... Yes, this is the 22nd, 24th leg of the match. And Taylor is averaging 106.64. To do that over 2 or 3 legs is possible for any good dart player on his day.
108!
To achieve that over a lengthy period, to maintain that kind of form, and he's still man enough to turn around and say to John Part, well done, lad, well done.
We think, John, he's just wanting another leg. At the 9 dart, maybe.
100.
John Part, 261. If he could get, he wants treble 17 here. That would have left 170, Sid, and it would have given him a last chance of wresting the £1,000.
Well, His average 93. Not to worry about.
More than respectable, John Part, 92.6. Admittedly, hasn't had as many shots at doubles as he might have had.
140.
Two-darter then for Part to save the match. Taylor in the usual, the red bits.
Treble 18, yeah, oh, that's the lead.
174.
16. Well, John Part now has to get 64. It's not a formality. 16 for double 16 to stay alive, to keep the game going a little longer.
Shot in the third leg. John Part.
And to put it in perspective, it gives Phil Taylor yet one more chance to win 100,000 quid for the 9
Phil
dollars.
to throw first.
And when this guy concentrates,
Game on, please.
Copernicus
Thank you.
and Galileo could go home. Oh, sloppy.
You're a hard taskmaster, Sid. A very sloppy 140.
So the good is better and the better best, John Gwynn.
He's the only man I've ever seen in a leg of 1001.
93.
I know I'm guilty of repetition, but back in 93, 94 in an exhibition, 4 consecutive 180s in a leg of 1001. It was amazing.
120.
Well, there you have it. 15 points between them in the 3-dart average, and Part is not throwing badly at all. But Taylor's on another planet.
59.
We don't know if there's water on the planet. We don't know if there's metal on the planet. But we know there's lightning on that planet! Striking the air for his 9th world title.
123.
I don't think the human being or
59.
the robot has yet been designed to
Phil
handle Taylor.
118.
Match point.
So 18 for tops. 2001, a space odyssey.
98.
But at the moment for Taylor, there's still one little space to be filled in with one more dart.
And he does a Fred Astaire job back to the hockey. But the final poke and the final part, pressure in it. He has plugged and plugged and plugged away.
140.
So here we go for history, for his 9th world title.
Game shot. And the score championship. Phil Taylor.
British experts. His wife had the champagne ready, and who would doubt those the good flow? 7-0 to achieve John Gwynn history.
9 times the champion of the world. The power prevails again. It's thumbs up from the champion. And next year, Sydney, who's to say it won't be 10?
Well, he's got 9 in the bin. Bristow, I think, would have got 10 had it not been for the Dartitis World titles. Eric Bristow passed on his knowledge to Taylor. Taylor, I think, will take 15 world titles. Who knows, John?
And he'll take that trophy home again. And there it'll stand as it has done for the last 6 years in the Potteries.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the presentation party on stage. Mr. Richard Boyles, the Customer Marketing Director of Skoll, and Mr. Mike Titmus, the Chairman of the PDC. Ladies and gentlemen, what can you say after such a final performance there by the eventual champion? But please salute and give a warm salute to a champion in his own right from Ontario, Canada, Mr. John Part. now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the presentation of the Skull 2001 World Championship Trophy, plus a cheque for £33,000 for the 7th consecutive year and 9th World Championship in all, the phenomenal talent of Mr. Phil Taylor.